What SNAP recipients can buy in Iowa and 4 other states.
And those restrictions kept people from using SNAP benefits for sugary items like soda and candy. KCRG TV9's Charles Hart joins us in studio with more on this ruling. Charles?
Yeah, Kristen, people from each of those 5 states, Iowa, Colorado, Nebraska, Tennessee, and West Virginia, sued the U.S. Department of Agriculture over those restrictions. They argued the limits would undermine their access to food. The plaintiffs said they or family members rely on restricted foods to manage health conditions such as diabetes or allergies. Their lawsuit also claimed the USDA changed the legal definition of food without public notice. On Monday, a federal judge ruled the department had overstepped its authority. Our coverage partner, KCCI, reports the groups that brought the lawsuit released a statement saying this decision makes clear that the USDA cannot bypass the legal guardrails that establish how SNAP must operate across the country. And the USDA released a statement to Reuters saying the idea that taxpayer funds should not be used to purchase junk food should not be controversial. Thanks. USDA will not be backing down from the fight to make America healthy again, including for families and communities reliant on SNAP. Now, we reached out to the Iowa Department of Health and Human Services very early this morning for comment, and we have not heard back. In the studio, Charles Hart, KCRG.
Yeah, so basically what I'm hearing here is just like they said, the USDA, come on, can we be reasonable here? They fighting to eat junk food. Look, we have the biggest obesity rate in the world, bro. And we're fighting for junk food when it's supplemental, nutritious, what is that? How do you say it? Let's see.
Makes clear.
Sorry.
Lawsuit also of food without
supplemental nutrition assistance program. We call it Link over here in Chicago, but it's SNAP. You know, I was raised off SNAP. Now, SNAP was good growing up. I'm not going to lie. But what I did notice is that certain things we should not be buying. Yes, ice cream, cake, Little Debbie snacks. They talking about it's for diabetes. Man, that's why you got diabetes, because you're eating all the sugary snacks. Now, if y'all want me to get actually really deep into it, I want y'all to understand why this happened. The biggest for PepsiCo, I think Coca-Cola, whoever the biggest pop company, I think it's Pepsi. They're the main purchase item on EBT is sugary drinks, bro. Who owns the majority of the sugary drinks? Pepsi. You know they had to step in and be like, hey man, we can't let this go through now. It's gonna fuck up the money. And when y'all think that far, y'all gotta understand, when you have a certain company that makes billions of dollars a year, majority of the purchases from your billion-dollar company comes from federal funds of people that can't control their habits. Of course, you have regular people that are going to buy the pops too, but then you have people that don't have a value to the dollar because the dollar is a card, and the card is supplemented by the government. And this is hypothetically speaking, as the biggest company in the world when it comes to beverages, and I bought out all my competition, I have a monopoly on beverages. I'm going to petition, campaign. I will buy politicians to make sure that federal benefits are coming in my direction because it's guaranteed pay. Did y'all understand what I said there? I'm a $1 billion business, and I will pay off any politician, or I will petition somehow to get you to keep funding my $1 billion business, because the SNAP beneficiaries are using majority of their SNAP benefits to fund beverages that are bad for you, like pop, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Dr. Pepper, ginger ale. How you think they stay in business like that, man? How do you think they stay in business? The government is supplementing people that make stupid decisions, and they give them the money. And then those people give it to the billionaires. And then you're mad at the billionaires. There's a lot more millionaires and billionaires than you actually think. And it's all probably from government fraud. This is fraud in a way. But people are like, oh no, I petitioned, I paid, I put billions of dollars on this campaign to make sure he got hired because he fucks with my company. Nah, man, y'all make sure he got hired just so he makes sure that this doesn't stop. Most liberals will fund this because they know that they want to give the supplemented stuff without even questioning it. See, let's just say this. Any money or dollar given has been coming from a certain direction. It's not free. It never was free. So if a dollar is given to this person in SNAP benefits, that's a real dollar. That equates to real money. This is just not a number and stuff they put on the card. This money has been taken from these people and given to these people. This money has been taken from majority of the middle class that pay the majority of the taxes, other than the rich that pay a higher percent, of course, right? Majority of the middle people are sitting in the middle class. They take that money and they give it to the poor to eat. You're funding their bad habits. And then what do you do next? And since they're getting SNAP benefits, what else do they get because they're poor? Medicare. They get health benefits. But it's like a continuous cycle. I call it big soda or big pop. Big pop pays for the politicians to keep shit moving so then they can put the money back in their hands. And then also big pharma also pays those same politicians to keep the money cycling because Medicaid and Medicare goes back into their pockets as well. So it's really just a big cycle of fraud off the government. So you have to fund anything. Like literally, if let's just hypothetically speak, right? Tell me if I'm not making sense here now. If I owned a Planned Parenthood, right? Say if I was Catholic or whatever, I don't really, but you're a moneymaker. You don't care about your religious beliefs when it comes to the money. And I have a Planned Parenthood and I own the majority of the companies. I would pay to petition on certain presidents, liberal ones that are pro-choice, just so they can win. So they can continually fund my business because I know they're going to allow my business to stay up and allow people to pay me. And then next, you know it, those people come to my place. And even though it's degenerate, I don't care because it's about the money. And the reason I say this is because the government has allowed external companies to capitalize off of the general public so much and so long. And now it's becoming more and more noticeable. Maybe it's the tech, but now it's becoming absolute noticeable. We notice now that so now the people that are in the middle class are funding for the poor people to use the SNAP benefits, which inevitably gives them diabetes and bad health. And then we give them also, the middle class is funding their Medicare, which other companies are finessing billions of dollars from of fake stuff that they don't need to be taken care of. Look, everybody, I want you to understand this. It's our duty and our responsibility to figure out how much taxes we cannot pay. Because if they're not doing what you're saying with the money, right? Say, hypothetically speaking, the government's not doing what you want them to do with your money. It's probably best to figure out a way so you don't pay taxes. So it's not your money that they're messing up. You get what I'm saying here? Does this make sense? Or am I talking over a few heads here? It's probably in your best interest to figure out how you can make money so you don't have to pay taxes. Because the tax money is going to people that you don't agree on their lifestyle. You don't agree on how it's being spent. Like there's no solution to this. The solution is to take away and restrict sugary items that will prevent them from inevitably using Medicaid, Medicare, Medicaid. They're like, oh, my mouth, my choice. But that's my dollars, though. If I'm going to fund you supplementally, temporarily, then you should be eating at least not sugary snacks that cause more health problems or cause you to be lazy. Cortisol spike and then drop. Now you're lazy. Now you're eating off the system. Now you're on unemployment, SNAP, and you getting you on unemployment, SNAP, and you getting Medicare. Come on, bro. We literally funding people's lives, and then they die off, or they become so. Or I'm not saying everybody, but a lot of people. They have no goals. They're overweight. They're fat. No goals. Eating sugary snacks. Lifestyle is funded. We're just creating a bunch of wealth kids that are off they sucking on the titty of the government. And since they know they're taken care of, they be like, You're supposed to do this. I'm poor. You're obligated to take care of me. I am poor. Why would I do better? You know why there's a lot of homeless people on the streets? A lot of them not even homeless because they're homeless. It's just easier. It's easier to just ask people for money. You get better benefits. Literally. Try to go to school as a lower class person and then try to go to school as a middle class person. The middle class person paying way more money in taxes, way more money in schooling, way more money in food because he's hit a bracket where he must fend for himself. But $10,000 to $20,000 less under this bracket, everything is funded for you. So, as a person that was on the system, why would I leave the system if the system is so sweet? Why would I leave a sweet system if the system is so sweet just so I can struggle? So why are we're decentralizing the poor to even do better for themselves? So it's just an inevitable long-term funding of poor people, which is fine. I guess if they need it, they need it. But we're making people, they don't need it, they just want it. The same ones bringing the kids in. Believe me, I was the same type of kid. My OG had 4 kids, bro. There's time. We on EBT, we on Link, we on Section 8, Medicare. I'm telling you the game. I'm from the rack, B. I'm from the rack. Every black kid probably been through this, at least if you from my area. We've used the whole system, but it's a temporary system. You use it to get from a certain area, and then you move around and let somebody else use it that needs it. If you don't need it, don't use it. Since I've turned 18 years old, I ain't never been on that since. I've been on my shit since, and now I'm waking up and seeing like, damn, my life is much harder than an individual that makes $10,000 to $15,000 less to me, and I have way more responsibility than him. His life is funded. He's actually he or she is at a plateau that benefits his life by doing nothing. It's actually best. It's as if they're incentivizing you to be nothing. They're incentivizing you to be weak. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to get out that middle class, brother. Don't blame the rich for doing what they're supposed to do. You just don't become poor. That's it. Actually, poor might be better for you. I'm not going to lie. If you think about the numbers. Just think about the numbers. The numbers don't lie. Men lie, women lie. Them numbers don't lie. And the numbers state that if you're poor, you get more benefits than if you were middle class. So it's best to either be poor or it's best to either get rich. So pick your K shape. You want it at the top, you want it at the bottom. But it's the government. They're incentivizing this, G. While taking your money and doing whatever they want with it and supporting whoever they want with it. It's like, dude, this is my money. I don't want to fund wars. I don't want to fund a genocide. I don't want to fund fat people eating sugary snacks. Sorry. I don't want to fund that. Okay? Oh, you don't want to fund it? Too bad. It's no longer your money and you must pay it. That's what the government's saying to you. It's not your money. It's our money. You're just making it for us. Let's equate this to this. You work 12 months a year. The government's taking about 2 months of your living. Your basically your net, your gross. 2 months of that of your 12 months, they're taking. It's their shit. All of it. If you want to equate the difference of what's going on when you're in the middle class. About 2 months of your checks are theirs. Completely. Maybe 2.5. So there are pimp, but there's ways around it. So just know when they're not restricting, I know people will be like, oh, well, they shouldn't restrict people's mouths. Yeah. But it's a curve. As soon as you pay for them to buy sugary snacks, they're eating the sugary snacks. Why is Pepsi getting most of their money from EBT recipients? Literally. If they literally didn't get their money from EBT recipients, they literally would damn near crash. So why do you think this is? Now, there's things. I think if the federal judge blocks this, I think Trump can't do nothing right now. I think they have to go up higher to the Supreme Court. That's what I believe. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to verify that. I was trying to verify it a second ago. But I believe if The federal judges have blocked it. I think Trump has to now get it to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court has to say on it. Now, this is very important because if the Supreme Court says no, he can't enforce that. That means, bro, inevitably you will be funding somebody's demise, their self-destructiveness, their eating habits. While you're eating good, your tax money is being taken from you and given to someone that wants to eat bad. And then more of your tax money is being taken to give that person health care for eating bad. Come on now. It's a cycle. We got to get out of it. It's your boy, Angelo Savage. Tell me what y'all think about this in the comments section. Don't forget to like the video for the YouTube algorithm. It's your boy, Angelo Savage. It's Savage Night News. CSS. The CNN. Savage Night News. SNN. My nigga. It's your boy, Savage. Let's keep it going.